What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today, doing another PBE VOD review because it seemed like you guys liked the one well enough yesterday. And today, we're doing another Project PBE one. We are watching AQ1H slash AlphaQi slash one of the best players in the world. This VOD actually comes recommended by a viewer who said this was a really crazy game, and I took just a little peek at it and thought, yeah, this definitely looks right up my alley as far as something that I would VOD review. Also, check out my new sweater that I got. Okay, so look at this, right? It's like a cardigan here. It's got this cool stuff right here, but the real meat and potatoes is the back. Make sure you get the full back. Check it out, right? Pretty. It's Obelisk, the Tormentor from Yu-Gi-Oh! I like my sweater. All right, we are gonna slam a Guinsoo here onto this TF here, looking to play into a Bilgewater opener here. Nothing really to write home about any of these items. I'm not like that's super excited to take the rod or the sword here. You could look at savings account. We don't have an econ opener or anything like that, but we are going to opt to take this here with just the idea that we are playing new patch, or honestly, we're just playing TFT at any point this entire set or any set. And so taking Econ Augment is never going to feel bad, especially in, these worlds where there's so much that you can do from the Fast 9 perspective if you make it there, that any augment that allows you to potentially make it a Fast 9 is going to be very good. We also don't have that crazy of an opener to work with, so I mean, we might as well just play Lost Streak from here. Be interesting to see how much we do prioritize these pairs here, because obviously we can make 20, but we have to get rid of some pretty good units. We have to get rid of our Bruiser and our Laui pair here, which I don't know if Hachi will be willing to do. We will see. And you have to give up Jin pairs. Yeah, there's a lot you have to give up here, but it looks like we are going to give it all up in order to make the 20 and just open ourselves up to the Lost Streak. Or maybe not, actually. Then I mean, it's actually just a straight up mistake here, but it just shows how much he's thinking about this decision, right? That he actually just threw away the Jin pair for free, just because he was like, I'll make 20, and then he was like, I'm actually not going to make 20. As we just kind of like chill and lose these next few fights, also a shout out to everybody who did take part in my Tactician Academy tournament. Really nice turnout on day one. I wasn't 100% sure how many people were going to check in, but almost everybody checked in. I think only 2 people signed up and didn't check in, which is, shout out to everybody who signed up and actually showed up to play, because I was like, yeah, these people are gonna. I don't know. It was my first time ever really like running one of these tournaments on my own, and so I was a little nervous that people would just like sign up and dip for some reason. But we got the final lobby tomorrow. That is starting at 2 p.m. Central. So tune in on my Twitch, on my YouTube, to watch that final lobby. It is going to be really exciting. I honestly had a blast running it today, and I am really looking forward to running more in the future, which we will talk about after the tournament. What the kind of idea for that going forward will be. But I mean, honestly, being chilling, as some might say, this is a really, actually, wow, Xin Zhao with an IE and a Titans made already for mid-feed, or not mid-feed. I think mid-feed's so bad as a different player, if I remember correctly, which is kind of annoying that people should do that with their names. Oh my god, Natural Draven 2. Okay, well, I mean, a little bit of a high roll start to it, but I mean, hey, you can't control what you hit. You just have to play around it. I won't feel bad about starting with the Draven 2, and with the savings account, this is going to feel really nice here. We can very quickly, I mean, especially if we can get Draven to start farming us gold off of these takedowns or kills, we can accelerate our ability for savings account to make us some gold, get to that 50, 60, 70 econ threshold that you get when you are playing this augment, and feel really nice about it. And we can even, looks like we are still, opting to hold on to some of this bilge stuff. Obviously, we have the Briar here. If we get to some other pieces of a Noxus opener, then we could play more towards that. But for now, we're just chilling on this bilge opener. Obviously, you get to play the Quick Striker, so not too bad. Adapticone would, I imagine, be the slam here. And you could even make a Gunblade as well if you want to make it. And yeah, we will just make the Gunblade, hold on to the Adaptive. Yeah, I mean, do you ever just move Adaptive and throw it onto Draven? I know it's like, he's not really a caster type unit, but I mean, casting isn't bad for him. Looks like we're just gonna Peepo sit here and make nothing. which is not bad either. We can just, take our losses to level 4, which is funny, but I mean, we don't have very many upgrades, and obviously we do not have a combat augment here. So with just Draven 2, we still actually aren't winning against some of these stronger boards, which just goes to show how strong the lobby is. Okay, Epoch plus, the Giant Slayer augment, and then Salamin plus. I think this is another situation where it just shows you what the patch we're playing on, what AlphaQi wants in this spot here. Under normal circumstances, I mean, Mess Hall looked great as well. We're gonna take the Salamin plus here with the idea that you can never have too much econ, and once again, if we can make it to 9, there's so many things we can do to cap out disgustingly high that we are just going to play for. We're also, wait, this is a spicy slam. I would not have thought of this. We're just going to optimate the blue buff with the idea that we're going to have a duo carry down the line here for this. We obviously have these AD items, and these are going to sit on somebody who's probably not going to hold the blue buff. But then we can make the blue buff for... we'll see here, Sylas, a very popular unit, Annie, pretty popular as well, though then the Gwynsu is a tad bit awkward, so we'll see once we make it there. 25 econ made so far off of the savings account, so definitely accelerating there, and these last few rounds are the easiest, right? We have 4 rounds. Oh, okay, he's actually going to level here, so that's going to put him at 31. Should be fine, right? 60, 70, 70, 70 is enough to make it there from a interest perspective to get on 401, because you don't really want to be cashing much later than that. We do have Draven money coming very soon, but it's not actually going to be this round. Yeah, it's hilarious, actually. Even with the Draven too, just with double econ, we are still getting kind of beat up. So it's funny that even though we hit Draven 2, our board's actually not that strong at the end of the day with just 0 other upgrades here. So hey, it just goes to show, you don't always hit... You don't always hit enough to spike your board. Even something that seems like high roll doesn't always mean that you're in an amazing spot. I'm going to pick this up here. I imagine for the Evans Shroud here will be the Slam here. Pick up the Sign as well. Great in here. Pick up the TF. Great in here. I will say, with this change to Bilgewater, where it's even easier to unlock the Thomas Kench these days, I do wonder if this is going to be one of those situations where we play kind of like a Bilge TK like flex, where we just get enough Bilge Serpents to unlock TK and then play a board around it. We're still not quite near Tom Kench, though. We still need a decent amount more Serpents. And I mean, honestly, with how low we are HP-wise, I don't know if we're going to have time to get to the TK. It might just have to be a situation where we skip the TK. But I mean, that's not the end of the world either. We'll see where we go from there. Skarner, we don't have a Chain Vest item yet, right? Skarner unlock condition. Talking about all the unlock conditions that have changed on this patch. Skarner is way easier to unlock. You just need any chain item onto a marksman or caster. So you got to throw it onto a backliner, but we're really hoping for that Skarner to get a chain off of minions here. This is really good as well for business here. We actually get to make the 70 here off the Draven cash at 35 HP. So really, really nice for AlphaQi, actually. And what is this triple Loris? I mean, why not? Why not actually have a Loris too? They're finally flowing, and we're going to opt to take the double dupe here just to dupe the Knot for tempo. I love this. Makes perfect sense, and is another thing that we can kind of an excuse to spend some Serpents and get closer to the TK. Another Draven. If only we could have used those dupes onto the Draven, but sadly we cannot. And the Chain Vest does come down, makes Skarner. Gonna get in the Skarner 4 traits, and gonna make the Sunfire Slam here. So looking quite good. All right, up to level 8 with 70 gold here, by the way. This is the power of double econ and the power of savings account. I mean, it's just so much gold that you do get out of this once you do cash it out here. And this looks pretty good. Every single fight we win sitting on 70 gold is huge here. Yes, this is a big win. Going into last augment here. I don't think we need another econ. He's looking at Hold the Line, just because Hold the Line is so good in these fast 9 options. I do think it could just be that very easily. Oh, Call to Chaos is very juicy as well. But yeah, we are actually just going to take the very good option and Hold the Line. I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense here. It's just, when you have 9 units on your board, especially if you do have an upper world, I talked about this because our last one was a Hold the Line bot as well. I talked about this last one, but if you can find like Azir, he's a fantastic unit because his dummies will count for Hold the Line, Freljord as well, though it doesn't look like that's our game plan here, but something you can consider as well if you get there. Taking a loss here, down to 21 though. AlphaQi, getting a little bit low in this spot, I will say. And he's considering, yeah, he's going to level here and start to roll a bit here. This is going to get us pretty low economy-wise, but I want you to notice what we're holding on to here. We're holding on to this Garen pair, and this, once again, is one of those unlock changes that has become way, way, way easier on this new patch, and also is one that it's just really, really consequential for the meta at large. Is that Sylas, we throw it into Planner here. We have this idea that we can play towards Sylas by just selling a Garen 2. That's all you need to do to unlock the Sylas, which is crazy here. Bow open here. I have to imagine it's for a damage item here. Just, yeah, Kraken looks perfect here to finish out our Kindred items. Just got to find the Kindred is the only downside. And I do think we'll probably get out of Bilge soon here. I mean, we must send it this round here because we're 12 HP. We are dying. We need to hit our strong support here. We do hit the Garen, which does unlock the Sylas. Big hit here. Find Kindred as well, which is going to come in. And look at this. Full pivot out of the board here. Find Lucian Senna. Can get the Ornn on the board. Remover there to move items over. Very likely to Kindred 1. The idea being the Kindred 1 stronger than Draven. I mean, that's what we're thinking here. I don't disagree, actually. Kindred is just so much utility from the extra shielding that comes to the board and a ton of damage here. And so we have fully pivoted the board into kind of like almost business as usual. Noxus Fast 9, but not quite. This is a different variation that plays around Sylas, so then you want to play Defender. You can play that really easily via Darius, sort of play around that. That's a Sylas 2, which the blue buff can definitely go on. You could also move Gunblade over, and yeah, he's actually, wow, going to sell there in order to pick up the Sylas here because he doesn't want to sell the other stuff, and this also saves him a remover here. So yeah, blue buff moves over to Sylas, and boom, there's Sylas 2, and we're still sitting on these really, really consequential pairs. But yeah, I really like this this Fast 9 variant where you can play around Sylas so much easier on this line here. Don't have to worry about hitting all this other stuff. We are playing the Azir for the hold the line value like we talked about earlier. And then, yeah, but aside from that, it's business as usual. Skarner is a great tank here. Lucian Senna is a great, extra backliner. We do have the Renekton, but I mean, don't think we'd be seeing him until level 10. To be fair, that would be a pretty nice level 10, but I don't know. At this point, everything 2-starred. BT, yeah, I mean, yep, this looks good. BT Spirit Visage can move the items over to the Skarner. Also, I apologize for being a little bit tired. I am recording this at 2:30 a.m., which is a little bit, I just wanted to get a video out today because I knew if I go to sleep tomorrow morning, I got coaching in the morning, and then I got the tournament later, like, I'm not gonna have time to record in the morning. So I thought, I'll record one. Who cares? I just, got back from doing some stuff, but I mean, all good. There's always time for a VOD review. And if that doesn't deserve a like, comment, and subscribe down below, then what does? All right. So we've basically made it to our board. The question is, how are we going to continue to cap this board? And what do we run into later in this game? Because we've talked about it a trillion times. Comms cap very, very high with all these different unlocks that you can go for here. I mean, we rotate into an Ishtal board here, which is looking pretty nice, though. The upside for us is they don't actually have an itemized Brock, and they are double econ augment, and no true combat augments, no augments that are giving them combat strength. So I think this is actually quite good for us, and yeah, we actually pick up a pretty good win. And the other nice thing about this spot is they took advanced loan and then downgraded prismatic into gold there, so they were stuck on gold last augment. So they just had like salvagement as their last augment compared to our prismatic hold the line, which is pretty embarrassing for them. Ooh, quick little roll down here. I think this was because we scouted somebody that we were afraid of. Don't think it's this player here who just has, I mean, sure, their board is fine, but not quite good enough to beat ours. So that's going to be an easy dub. I really do like this version. It's obviously you're not playing the Ambessa, so you're not getting Vank in for the Fiddlesticks, but getting Defender. I mean, Defender is just such a fantastic trait. I think it is a really, really nice addition onto this board compared to previous versions that, if you're not playing around the Sylas, then obviously you are playing around Ambessa, getting Vanquisher and feeling good about that. But the Defender, especially onto all these units that are already, I mean, they're getting a bunch of armor from Skarner, and then you put a bunch of armor on top of that from Defender, means that it's just going to be really, really hard for any AD boards to punch through this guy. And the only other thing that you do have to kind of consider is, having enough HP to supplement all this armor that we are getting. All right, Shadow Alice board, level 9 here. Great ult from Sylas into Lux ult there, and there's a Garen ult and a Jarvan ult. Man, the Sylas unit is so cool. I can't wait to see more of him because he's one of those units that, like, I feel like For a while, I mean, really early on in the set, he was so broken that you were always seeing him. And then for a while, he kind of vanished. You know, there hasn't been that much Sylas the past few patches just because they made him a little bit weaker and he was still quite hard to unlock. But now that he's so easy to unlock, just sell that Garen to. It's very, very easy to just find 3 Garens and sell them. You don't have to go through this like weird, annoying mini game where you have to hold all these Jarvans, which is just, it's so much to do. You don't have to hold the Luxes as well and hold all this stuff onto your bench. Like it's so easy and it's so breezy and it's so beautiful. We are going to fight a Yordle board here, which we do pick up a win against. The Yordle board also easier to access. Only need the 1 death cap. Don't need the double for Veigar these days. So really nice. Also, we did see a Yone board, which we covered a little bit yesterday. Yone, a really nice kind of like flexible, strong unit to play around these days. Just very easy to unlock now. Just need the 3-item Yasuo on level 7 and boom, a Yone will spawn. Yeah, looking for Renekton as that last potential in on this board. I don't think there's much else in terms of traits that I really care about. Vanquisher, obviously, we're missing, but I don't know that you want to spend your unit slot. I mean, actually, low-key, maybe you do at this point. Shyvana also... Oh, wait. Actually, Shyvana is the obvious last in on this board here. We didn't have Jug on the board, and Shiv is Shiv. So this makes sense. Does Nashor's do anything? I mean, Nashor seems fine. It's just with no spell crit, it's actually not great. But, I mean, I think we had a lot of spell crit items without spell crit. You know, we had stuff like the Hodge and the Nashors, so not ideal here. I think this board might just be unbeatable, by the way, this capped version of it. We've reached level 10. We have a very strong last combat augment here. I mean, I don't know if anybody can stop us at this point. There's Azir here. We'll roll down on 10, try to find just a random Azir 2 or something. I mean, maybe if we find Renekton 2, we play. I mean, I don't actually know if you would even... I mean, you wouldn't. You would not play Renekton 2 even if you could just guarantee it on this board, just because the utility from having a Shyvana is going to be way more than that. We do also, you know, pushing 10, that's another hold the line unit, which is so nice. Just getting hold the line value on all these backliners is kind of disgusting here. And I mean, the extra even AP onto Kindred for stuff like the shield is just amazing here. So we take down a Man D here and wow, we even find, oh wow, we're just finding everything here. I mean, it is really nice to upgrade Azir because he makes the Sand Soldiers tankier, which is pretty cool. But I mean, it's a great Yordle board. Is it great enough to beat this just insanely capped Kindred board? I'm not thinking so, especially with the Sylas as well. Though a Sylas on the enemy side as well with the Yordle spat, which is so funny. I mean, it's just everything's Sylas here. So, but ours ends up stronger, and I mean, yeah, it's just light work for Achi here. But yeah, just really cool game, showing the power of Sylas, showing the power of Fast 9, Fast 10 even this patch, showing the power of these new unlock conditions. Yeah, just a great game overall to review. So, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch and Meta. I'm linking somewhere. I'll see you guys in my next video, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the project. Not project. It's my own project. It is Tacticians Academy. I gotta go to sleep. Finals. See you guys tomorrow for that. Bye-bye.